Hello guys, another video from my car. As every Saturday, a new tradition, talking about something not related to Laravel or PHP, but more related about dev career and my tips about career, how to handle something in the situation of dev life. And topic of today is dealing with stress, and particularly related stress to deadlines. It is really an often situation in the dev environment, so there are always more tasks that you can handle. The deadlines are always unrealistic. The pressure from the clients or from managers or from senior teammates is also quite harsh. How to deal with all of that? And I have a few tips, 3 tips in fact. First tip, if there's more than you can handle, more tasks, then choose your battles and communicate upfront. What do I mean by that? If there are 10 tasks and you think that you will handle only 7, choose that 7 or choose the most important ones and talk to the shareholders, to the decision makers, that you won't be able to deliver other 3 tasks. Or communicate that you think those are most important ones, but basically communication is the key. If they don't know that you don't have enough time, then they would plan accordingly. But if they do know, maybe they will change their mind on something, on some priorities. So discuss the priorities, and communication upfront is my first tip. My second tip related to that is try to negotiate the scope of the tasks. So many times there was a task in my career, there was a task about how to do X, for example, and that X was misunderstood by myself as a developer or by client, and the client expected much fewer functionality, much smaller feature than I understood as a developer. So basically I wanted to over-engineer, or I thought that the task is too big, where actually it was just a button or something like that. So communicate the scope as well. Do you understand the task exactly as the clients or whoever did give the task for you? So talk about the scope and try to negotiate. Is there a 10% version of the same feature, or maybe you can solve the problem even without coding, some workaround? Or if like you need to spend a week on a feature that would be used only like 2 times per month for getting some report, maybe it's worth to make that report manually from SQL or something like that. So negotiate the scope is my second tip. And third tip is more like psychological things. It's not about communication with others. How to deal with deadline stress. Stress is actually your choice. So the situation is usually not our choice. There are clients, there are stakeholders, there are some other people, teammates, but how we deal with that is our own choice. Do we stress about it? A little stress, a little pressure is good because it doesn't allow us to procrastinate, but too much stress is your choice. As famously Jack Sparrow said on the Caribbean, something like, the problem isn't the problem, your reaction to the problem is the problem. So think about what you can do instead of how to stress about it. So don't start to rant. Actually, one more thing I haven't mentioned. Don't start to rant, to be negative, to talk negatively about people. All those clients or all those managers give too much to do for developers. No, talk directly to those people. Ask how they're doing, how can you help, and ask realistically that we won't be able to deliver such and such task. How else we can solve the same problem? So try to be constructive, productive, and positive. If you are negative and ranting about other people, especially behind their eyes, behind their ears, it's such a bad toxic practice, and it won't help either you or them. So basically communication is the key, and dealing with stress, communication is a solution for part of it. Do you agree or disagree? Shoot in the comments below. Let's discuss how you deal with deadline stress. Maybe you have any tips for myself and for others. And see you guys in other video. Next Saturday, another video from my car about dev career.